U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They go play action. Cousins. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. The first carry down for Dalvin Cook. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. The Vikings at 3-4 on the year coming into play. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, Cousins. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Play fake. Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Back to the ground, Cook. Uses the stiff arm. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back.
Now Cook hit, and he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Nwangu now from his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads. And he loses the football a second time. And the Packers pick it up. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Boy, very surprising. 2 lost fumbles for him, and we're still in the first quarter of play.
And you want to make a quick trip to the doghouse, maybe to the bench? Fumble twice in the first quarter as he just did. Now you just wonder, is he going to be thinking about every time he touches the ball from here on out?
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you've got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Here's Rodgers. He completes it to Beckham. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown.
Aaron Jones hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First.
And a little spin cycle. Room to run now.
Finding space at the 40.
That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Play action now. Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Being chased out left.
There's Jefferson to pull that in.
But he is out of Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. A first carry here for Kene Nwangu. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Vikings nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here we go.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Cousins. And he whips that one incomplete there. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Cousins now. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit. And they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw complete there to Beckham.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. From midfield, here's Rodgers.
He'll find his tight end here, DeGuara. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He got 29 yards that time.
First down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little.
And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones. He scored on the ground and through the air. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
Score, Packers 21, Vikings 7.
So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw complete to his receiver, Thielen.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Cousins to throw it. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 35.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Throwing, Cousins. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown.
K.J. Osborne.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Vikings are back within a score.
Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Now a first down carry by Jones.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 16 more on that one and another first down.
On play action, Rodgers. Over the middle to Beckham.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Rodgers now to throw.
Completed out left to Dobbs.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Now Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Aaron Jones,
as the first half is winding down.
and the Packers will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14.
Vikings 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Nwogu now from his end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
Cousins now to throw on first down.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
at their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by the linebacker, Brian out.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Odell Beckham Jr. past the 20. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown.
Boy, CD, what a way to score. You want to talk about a roller coaster of emotions. They've got the big play, then they cough it up. It seems to be disastrous, but his teammate is there to scoop it and score it.
Not much else I can add to that, partner. I'll just say one thing. We just saw momentum swing several times on one play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
This will be caught at about the 5.
And the Packers are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
On the counter, here's Jones. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Throwing is Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's third and goal.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. Fourth down. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Only 3 points there, but I got to think at this point in the third quarter, that's all you're really looking for.
And right now the lead is 3 touchdowns and 3 two-point conversions. So you and I both know a huge order for the best of teams. And from what we've seen so far, hard to believe that that's a likely scenario. 3 two-point conversions? That's difficult.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They go play action. Cousins.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On 3rd down, Cousins.
Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, They've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Play action now. Cousins. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit.
All right, rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted.
Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Packers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Stop made there by Brian Asamoah.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again to Jones. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
And Danielle Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. This is taken at the 10. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. 20. Touchdown, Vikings.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Cousins will try and throw. Complete at the 1. And he's going to get in for the score. And the lead now cut to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to look deep down the field. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10.
To throw is Rodgers. It's caught by OBJ. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Cousins on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that...
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Rodgers.
He'll find Aguara complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
Multiple players getting home for the 1-yard sack.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers.
Tyron Johnson.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Packers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone.
Nwangu on the return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They run it again with Cook.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line. Throwing is Cousins. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 25-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. A 1st down throw for Cousins. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
3rd down, here's a run by Cook.
And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one.
On the tackle, it was Dane Cruikshank. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll try and run for it with Jones.
And this will be a Packers first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory.